Hey everybody, Matt here, and in this weekly recap we're going to be going over some new interviews for some new people that we're adding to our team, so we got some new exciting things with that. Also going over finding some new deals that we're working on, some new land development deals, lunch meetings, and putting some deals under contract, so it's going to be an exciting episode. Hey, Matt here, and I just want to give you a quick update on how we progressed over the past week. And we got a lot done previously in the previous week, and did a lot of different things this week. We worked on some new interviews. We were working on expanding our accounting department, and it used to be just a couple people doing the accounting and keeping everything up to date, but and we really pushed to get all those tasks done, and it almost was like a position that we just, it's a department rather, that we just need a lot more people in so that we can get things done quicker and faster. And I've just noticed as we've grown and added tons of apartments to our portfolio that it's been harder and harder to get all the accounting together. So we're working on, we just hired another accounting person to join our team in the next couple of weeks. So excited to do that. It takes time to find good people, and you really never truly know how good a person is until they actually start working. So we'll see how this works out with this specific person that we're bringing on. But accounting is something that we're expanding a lot into, and interviewing people is really, really difficult because it takes a lot of time, and trying to find the right people to work on your team can be really challenging. So as you're growing, you just have to make sure that you don't rush into the decision of bringing somebody on. You want to make sure somebody's a really good fit, and you ask a lot of good questions. Maybe you review their resume a little bit, see where they've worked in the past. But I found really the best way to do it is just kind of trusting your instinct and your gut, and then just figuring out what motivates them and what drives somebody to excel and be successful. So I think those are some of the biggest factors. And we've almost kind of gone back to not hiring as much on the experience, but experience is nice, but we're looking for people that are more ambitious and driven and want to accomplish more things. And we found that works a lot better than bringing somebody in, even if they have the skills, but they don't have the drive and ambition to get better, then it really doesn't matter. So that's why it always starts with the drive, because you can't teach that. You can teach somebody to do anything, but you can't teach them to be hungry and ambitious. So you got to make sure that those are the first things that you look for when you're bringing somebody on. So excited about that. So that's going to be a big improvement. So we'll be working on training more and getting things up to speed in that department. And then it's good for processing more profit and loss statements, and knowing how collections are going at a stronger level, and also working on accounts payable, making that stronger as well. So there's a lot to it, but as you grow, you're going to be expanding your team and adding more people. We're up to almost about 20 people, between in the field of construction and in the office. So it's a lot to keep track of, but it's good for growth. So we had a lot of good success with that over the past couple of weeks. We actually, something new, usually we don't sell a lot of properties, but now we put a deal under contract to sell. So we purchased this one deal a couple of years ago, and our intention was to go in and renovate the entire property like our business model works on every single property that we acquire that's existing. But what's different about this deal is, it kind of got neglected a little bit, because after we purchased that deal, it was like a 9-unit deal. It was for $400,000. We ended up purchasing, another 200 units to renovate. So we kind of let the 9 units sit on the sidelines, and we were working on the 150 to 200 units because that was a bigger project and it was more exciting. So that's kind of where all our focus went into. So now we're ending up deciding to sell this property, and we actually put it under contract last week. So we're actually selling it for $775,000. So purchased it for $400,000, selling it for $775,000. Plus we achieved cash flows throughout the past couple of years, and renovated some of the units and put some money into the property. So it worked out really well. It was actually we had it's 9 units, so it's an 8-unit building actually, and it had a commercial piece tied into it. So we turned that commercial piece, which was a dental office, into a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. And then we started renting that out for $11.25. So we had that stream of income there for an apartment. And then there's also some opportunity there. There's some small office suite in there that could be rented out, so it could be capitalized on as well. So I think the property's really got good long-term potential to it. But I think now that we're focusing on, we've got two $40 million projects that we're working on, and we have other renovation projects that we're working on. So we want to just kind of put our focus into those projects since they're bigger and have more upside to them over the smaller projects. So it's just something, you know, as you grow, you sort of transition into bigger projects, and that's just the way it worked out on that deal, is where, you know, it got caught up in bigger projects, and so now we're just gonna take our focus away from the smaller projects and work on the bigger projects. So excited for that. That's going to be really good. There might be some other sales that we process soon. We're just working on one at a time. But we're trying to phase out of the smaller projects and focus on the larger ones. We also have that 24-unit project, which is a little bit of a smaller project, but it's like a $5.5 million deal. And that's going to be ready for lease up in the next few months. So we're excited to get that going too. But yeah, other than that, we've been hiring people, working on putting that deal under contract to sell. We're also looking for more deals. I was just talking to our engineer. He's putting a site plan together. We're trying to get another 150 to 200 unit project going. And this is a site where the seller wants a lot of money for it, but it's got a really favorable zoning classification on it, so it promotes really good density. So we just have to figure out the parking and how that's all going to work out. But it's going to be another good site. Hopefully we can make it work with the seller and give them, you know, hopefully we can find a happy medium, because they want a lot of money for this site. So we just have to make sure we can get enough units to make it feasible. And yeah, it might be tricky. We'll see how it works out. And then on one of our other land deals that we've been putting together, we finally have the contract together, and we're like 99% in agreement with the seller. So we're really, really close on that one. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on. I'm trying to find more deals that we can put under contract, and I'd love to find more renovation deals of properties we can acquire and put our renovation crew into the units to renovate them all. So we're focusing on that a lot too, trying to find more deals in that category as well, because our construction team's grown so much, and we have really, really good people on our team. I think this month we're completing, I want to say, close to another 10 units we're finishing up. So, you know, those are all rented too. So it's going really good. So we're trying to find more of those projects. And then, you know, lastly, we're trying to ramp up more of our lunch meetings again. We were super slammed over the past 2 to 3 months and just had a lot of work to do. We're just growing our team. There's a lot of growing pains that we've gone through and a lot of work to get done. So we didn't get a chance to do a lot of lunch meetings. Plus it was the holidays. Everybody was kind of tied up and busy. So it was kind of a good time to go through some of the struggles that we went through over the past couple of months, because, you know, everybody was busy, so we could just kind of push through the obstacles, make everything better again and stronger. But the lunch meetings are great, because it's like, even the other day, we were at a lunch meeting with an attorney that we work with, and he, you know, we're just in conversation. He brought up a land deal that he wants to sell that he owns, and we can maybe get another 100 units on that. So lots of deals going around, but it all starts with communication and relationships, and that's how these deals come about. So, and this is another cool deal that this attorney might have that we may be able to put a project on. Maybe something like a 5-story building we're thinking about. So we'll see how it works out. We got to figure out the numbers on that and see if we can get it to work. But overall, really, 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 really busy. So just trying to keep pushing along and making everything stronger and better and growing as quickly as possible.